Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Steven. Welcome back to Eau de Treasure. Got another great video for you. I'm going to do a modern versus vintage formulation comparison, a battle, so to speak, with this fragrance in this box right here. And then I have another video. I'm going to do this one later. This is a heavier box because there are two fragrances in here. And I'll give you a little hint what's in here. These are two fragrances, the same ones that are shaped in a Coca-Cola bottle type bottle. So that's it. That's the hint on that one, what's coming up. But let's do this one. This is a classic. This is an 80s classic. I call it an 80s classic, but it actually came out in 1979. This is Paul Sebastian Fine Cologne. I have a vintage bottle in here, and I'm going to compare this to a modern version of it. So as you guys know, if you've been watching the channel, I live in Japan and I find some great fragrances, some amazing discontinued vintage, interesting, rare fragrances, and this one is not sold in Japan. So when I saw the vintage bottle, I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. I was thinking about getting an oversized 4-ounce bottle. I think this is it. I'm not sure. There's not a lot that I know about this, except I looked at the bottom of the bottle and there's no sticker on it, so I don't have any information. I'll have to just check it out when I open this up. But first of all, let me show you the bottle that I do have, and it is a small 30 ml bottle that, as you can see, guys, it's almost done. That's like 2 ml left in this 30. I don't know, maybe 3 ml, who knows? 2, 3 ml left in here. And I have so many bottles of cologne and perfume that I don't really make this kind of a dent in anything. I really don't go through 30 ml of one fragrance. I usually just kind of rotate. But this one I did almost finish, and there's a reason why. This became my go-to fragrance that I would spray after a shower before I go to bed. This was kind of like my going to sleep fragrance because I just grew to really love this one, guys. This is a masculine classic that is kind of a ambery, slightly spicy type fragrance. And if you know this fragrance, guys, Calvin Klein Obsession for Men, then you can kind of know what this one smells like. These are in the same neighborhood. They're not exactly alike, of course, but they're similar. This one's a little bit stronger. There's a little bit, I guess it's earthier, or a little bit more oak moss in this one than this. This one is musky. This one's got lavender. It has ylang ylang and florals in it. The ylang ylang is kind of a floral that is a little bit of a fruity floral. So this one's a little bit softer. That just gives me this like warm feeling, and that's why I like this. But it's almost done. So I'm going to spray this one on one hand, and I'm going to spray the vintage one on the other hand. So let's get to it. Let's open up this box that has a vintage bottle of Paul Sebastian Fine Cologne. So as I'm opening this thing up right now, guys, I can see this is a big bottle. And I don't know if they have a 100 ml bottle. I think they only have a 120 ml 4-ounce bottle. So this has got to be it. The seller didn't know. I asked the seller to show me a picture of the bottom. And the bottom doesn't have a sticker on it at all. It looks like you can see the remnants of a sticker here. There's a little square or a rectangle that is here. So there was a sticker that was peeled off. Made in France. Yeah, there's no information. But it does kind of feel vintage when it has this kind of a, like a label on the bottom of this bottle. If you know Paul Sebastian Fine Cologne, let me know in the comments when you think this bottle was made, because some of them have this glass PS. This one has this design here that's kind of painted on. All right, so the cap, obviously much bigger. It's a different cap than this 30 ml bottle. How full is this thing? I guess you can say there's about 100 ml left, maybe 20 ml missing from this. I can't wait to try it, guys. I don't know when this came out. I don't know if this is from the 80s. My guess is it's from the 90s, if I just have to take a guess. Maybe this gives you a clue, guys, if you can see the top of this, the collar of this thing. Wow, look at this. Look at this giant collar. Let's hope it sprays all right. It's got PS on the top. It's kind of this cap, it's like a aluminum cap, but it's very thin, like a can of Coca-Cola. Like, I feel like I don't want to put too much pressure on this thing because I'll mess it up. I'll squeeze and crush this thing. All right, so let's give my left hand a spray. A couple sprays of that. And a couple sprays of this one, this modern one. All right. So I got this one from Fragrance X a few years ago, maybe, let's just say 3 years ago. 30 ml, I think this thing was like $8. Worth every penny, guys. It's fantastic. I really like this one. And if you like classic men's fragrances, it's hard not to like this one. There it is. There's a batch code 8L. Is that a 1184, possibly? So let's take a whiff. Wow, big difference. The vintage one on my left hand here, very smoky. Something about it. I mean, maybe this thing spoiled a little bit. I don't know what condition this was stored in over the years. It's got to be at least 20 years old. It doesn't smell bad, but it definitely smells darker and richer than this one. There's definitely a difference. Yeah, the heavier notes, the base notes really come out in this one. I can really sense the patchouli, the musk in here, the oak moss. So I'm going to take some time here. Maybe I'll take a half hour, 45 minutes. I'll come back to the video and I'll finish up this review, the vintage Paul Sebastian Fine Cologne versus the modern. All right, guys, I'm back, and it's only been about a half an hour, so I can't speak on longevity over a few hours or whatever, but just after a half an hour, this one's a little bit darker and a little bit dirtier, for lack of a better word. It's just a little bit harsher. Don't know if it's spoiled. It doesn't smell spoiled. I actually like it. I'm just comparing it to this one. This one is just a little bit smoother and cleaner. So the modern version, I'll have to be honest, guys, and don't hold it against me. I just have to tell you how I feel. I kind of like this one better. I like the modern one better, especially as one that I would use to go to sleep with. I don't need anything that's heavy or dark or rich. I just want something light that it has a warm feeling, and I get that from this. But I'm really happy I found this. What did I pay for it? This was about $14. I got this for, I think, 1,800 yen, something like that, 1,800 yen, so about 14 bucks. And guys, you can buy a 100 ml, no, 120 ml, big jumbo bottle of this stuff, the modern one like this. You can get it on eBay for like 25 bucks. It's really worth it. I think this is a great bang for your buck, great fragrance. It's not like a compliment pulling fragrance. It's just a classy, I think it's a classy, great fragrance for cooler weather. I even think you can wear it in the warm weather. Why not? You know about this one, guys. This is just a different, more expensive designer in Calvin Klein. This is an older 90s bottle. I don't know if I put this in a video, actually. I made an obsession video a long time ago, but it was the one that I have with the built-in sprayer. I found this one cheap. This was like 15 bucks or something like that for, you know, half of a jumbo bottle. I think this is like 70 ml in this or something like that. And it does have this kind of old cap, so maybe this is from the mid-90s. This is a great one too, in the same family as this. And there's another one from the late 70s, 1978, that is fantastic. And it is this one, guys. When you talk about a great bang for your buck in a classic fragrance, Lagerfeld, or Lagerfeld Classic as it's called now. Guys, this is fantastic. All of these kind of have the same color. This is very different than these, though. This is kind of a woody, tobacco, leathery fragrance. And it's nothing like Aramis. Can't compare it to Aramis. And it's nothing like Giorgio Beverly Hills Red for Men. It's just a fantastic fragrance in that at first it smells a little bit harsh, but the dry down, it's so nice. And this one, guys, this is really beast mode. You'll spray this on in the morning, let's just say 8 o'clock before you go to work, and you'll still smell this on you when you go to bed at night. It's just like nuclear, guys, this thing. So this one, like 24 bucks, 25 bucks for that bottle. 100 ml bottle, you can get this on eBay, again, similar price, 25 bucks. You're looking for the best bang for your buck in a classic fragrance. You can't go wrong. A couple of these fragrances actually have some Hollywood credit to them, if I can say. This one, a lot of people talk about it, but this was in the Scarface movie. Tony Montana wears this because that scene where he's sitting in the bathtub on the floor, you can see this in the shot. It's just kind of sitting there like this. You know, it's this Lagerfeld. And then this one, you know that movie American Psycho? The character Patrick Bateman in there. I saw the movie, I didn't read the book, but supposedly in the book he talks about wearing Paul Sebastian Fine Cologne. But in that movie, if you remember, in the beginning he goes through his morning routine and he talks about all the different soap and shampoo that he uses so that he can have perfect skin and perfect hair, and he does like 1,000 sit-ups or 1,000 crunches or something. He opens up the medicine chest in his bathroom and you can see a couple fragrances in there, and he wears Yves Saint Laurent pour homme. That's what was in there, and the deodorant spray of Yves Saint Laurent pour homme. So that's what he's wearing in the movie, but people say in the book he talks about wearing this. So what do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments about this bottle. What year do you think this came out? When do you think this was out based on the clues I showed you? I don't think there's anything else that I can show you to help you ascertain what year this came out, but I'd like to know. My guess is early to mid-90s. And what do you think of Paul Sebastian Fine Cologne, guys? Let me know. Do you like this fragrance? Do you think it's shit? Let me know in the comments. I hope you like it because I like it. So subscribe if you haven't already. If you like these videos where I talk about vintage fragrances, and some of them I compare the vintage to the modern formulation. I also did this in a Giorgio Beverly Hills Red for Men video. If you go back on my channel, check out the other videos on my channel and give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of content, if you like this video, guys. See you in the next video. Hope you're having a great day out there, and until the next one, take care.